Alright guys, welcome to your spoiler alert. I am Mike with Mike W Productions, as you possibly may know. We are talking about the Book of Boba Fett, or should I say the Book of Mandalorian, because the last two episodes have been about the Mandalorian. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so as I said, we are talking about the Book of Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett. Yes, so to start off the episode, we have this scene with our favorite sheriff, and he is dealing with the Pike Syndicate, and they have the spice.
In this time, the most precious substance in the universe is the spice melange. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you. The spice exists on only one planet in the entire universe. A desolate, dry planet with vast deserts.
No, not that spice. Yeah, not the Dune spice, but it sounds a lot like the Dune spice. It's a very valuable spice, but it's not the same, I don't think. So yeah, little slight copyright there for you if you want to go into details on that. But yeah, so he tells them to go away. They try to shoot him. He shoots 3 out of 4 of them and tells the other one to go away, but leave the chest that has spice in it instead of the coins that he obviously saw. So yeah, and then he dumps out the spice. Good guy. Moving on from there, we jump into Mandalorian going to see Grogu. He doesn't actually get to see Grogu because if Grogu sees him, he will want to go with him and quit his training. We'll get into that a little bit more. He did bring the armored shirt to, chainlink shirt to Grogu, but Ahsoka was there, kind of told him what's what, and so he did his job, brought that to him, and left. Ahsoka brings it to Luke. Luke knows what it is, and is training Grogu how to jump, basically, which is a fun episode. And then we get into the actual story. Mando comes back, goes to the meeting of the, hey, they might start a war with us. So you have the Mighty Morphin Scooter Rangers there. You have Black Chrysanthemum there, and the mayor's assistant is now a prisoner, apparently. So, okay. Boba Fett is there, but he doesn't say anything that I can remember. And, of course, Fennec Shand is the one leading the meeting. I don't know why, but okay. We circle back because Mando says, I might know some people that can help us out with this little war thing if it pops up. So he goes and talks to the sheriff. They say, well, it's not really our problem. This is coming from the bartender, not really from the sheriff dude. And so Mando's like, well, if you guys change your mind, you know where to find me. So, right after that, the one and only Cad Bane pops up. Yes, that Cad Bane's. He has, if you watched the Bad Batch, I'll link it up here for you guys. He was in the Bad Batch, and he fought Fennec Shand. So, that's might be a little bit of a reintroduction into that. He does shoot the sheriff, possibly killing him, and most definitely killing the sheriff's deputy. So he shot the sheriff, and he did shoot the deputy. I shot the sheriff! So, is the sheriff dead? I do not know as of yet. Of course, I don't get the early access, but I'm assuming not. He didn't shoot him in the left side where most humanoids have their heart. He shot him on the right side, more towards the shoulder, so maybe he's still alive and he just got knocked out. They did run over to him, including the bartender, to see if he's okay. So maybe they're able to patch him up. I'm not sure. But either way, him being injured / killed by Cad Bane is a reason to go to war with them, because he was sent by the Pike Syndicate. So that's basically why the villagers are going to go and help with Boba Fett, basically. And then we have Grogu and Luke in the Jedi Temple, and he has the Mandalorian's armor and a lightsaber that belonged to Yoda. And so he gives Grogu an ultimatum. You can either pick the lightsaber, stay with me and train and become a Jedi, or you can pick the Mandalorian's gift, and we will get you back to the Mandalorian and you can go and live with him. You have to pick. And they kind of just ended there. So that was pretty interesting. So now Grogu has to either pick, do I want to become a Jedi or do I want to become a Mandalorian? So it is Grogu's choice. Now, the way that I want this next episode to go... Oh, and the Pike Syndicate blows up the bar, and the bar lady and her 2 slaves. Yeah. So I'm not sure if she's going to die. She was kind of far away from the explosion, but the explosion was so bad that the whole front wall blew up. So if she isn't dead, she's probably very much so injured, unless they, pull something out of the sky. We'll see what happens. So she's possibly dead. I thought they would make her a love interest, or at least have her sacrifice herself for Boba Fett. That might be a no-go on this one. She might just be dead and be the reason that really pisses him off to go to war early. So with that, we can move into the last little bit here, which is my thoughts on what will happen after in this next episode. So in this next episode, my hopes are Cad Bane and Fennec Shand have one final duel, shootout. Boba Fett is dispatched pretty quickly and cannot fight for some reason. I don't want him to die. He's probably not, because there's a season 3 of the Mandalorian coming out. I want Mando to be dispatched pretty quickly, but not killed. Boba Fett, I want to go into the ship where the big boss is supposed to be, and I want it to be Jar Jar Binks. Yes, Darth Jar Jar Binks. So that would be the greatest troll ever, because, and a lot of people have been saying this for years, that they want him to be a Sith Lord. I want them to confirm this. That would be my ideal thing. Boba Fett walks in. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you being such a jerk to my area? You need to leave. Blah blah blah. Has a little Pike helmet on. Takes it off and Misa dark side, and that's it. They fight. Boba Fett probably should get killed off at this point, because he's really useless in his own series. And that would be befitting of him to be killed by a Sith Lord. I highly doubt that that's what's going to actually happen, but it's on my wish list for this show. So Cad Bane either kills Fennec Shand or Fennec Shand kills Cad Bane. Mandalorian is kind of dispatched pretty quickly, doesn't need or is too busy fighting off the hordes of pikes that are coming with the sheriff's townfolk of I think it's now Freeville or something like that, Freetown. And that is my idea for this last episode. I do not want Luke to come down and pull a Mandalorian Season 2 because that was the greatest intro for him, and it would just be like, okay, you guys are playing this one again. Leave it alone. I want them to come in after the fight is done, after everything's being cleaned up, and be like, hey, Grogu chose you. Or not at all. Like, don't have them in there at all. So, because Grogu chose to be a, Padawan. That's my thoughts. So, this episode was a good episode of Mandalorian. A very, very bad episode of the Book of Boba Fett. And that is my story, and I'm sticking with it. So, with that being said, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. No one can see it anyways, so it doesn't matter. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for getting this far in the video. If you'd like to subscribe, there will be a button popping up right over here for you. And if you guys want to give me another try, maybe you didn't like this review, maybe you want to see one of my movie reviews, there should be something popping up right up here for you. So, again, thank you for getting this far in the video, and we will see you next time. Peace.